CPT Incoterms Explained, a comprehensive guide for international shipping. Today, we'll be discussing the CPT Incoterm, which stands for Carriage Paid To. Whether you're an experienced shipper or just starting out, understanding the CPT Incoterm is essential for successfully navigating the world of international shipping. So, let's dive in. What is CPT? So, what exactly is the CPT Incoterm? CPT, or Carriage Paid To, is one of the 11 Incoterms published by the International Chamber of Commerce, ICC, to facilitate international trade. These Incoterms establish a common set of rules to clearly define the responsibilities of buyers and sellers in cross-border transactions. In a CPT arrangement, the seller is responsible for arranging and paying for the transportation of goods to a named destination. However, the risk of loss or damage to the goods transfers from the seller to the buyer once the goods have been handed over to the first carrier. Key features of CPT. Now that we have a basic understanding of CPT, let's look at its key features. Applicable to any mode of transportation, CPT can be used for various modes of transport, including road, rail, sea, or air, as well as multimodal transport. This flexibility makes it suitable for a wide range of international shipping scenarios. Seller's responsibilities. Under CPT, the seller is responsible for export packaging, obtaining export licenses, and handling any other export-related requirements. Additionally, the seller must contract and pay for the carriage of goods to the agreed-upon destination. Buyer's responsibilities. The buyer is responsible for obtaining any necessary import licenses, paying import duties, taxes, and any other charges related to importing the goods. Once the goods have been handed over to the first carrier, the buyer assumes the risk of loss or damage to the goods. Named destination. In a CPT agreement, the destination must be explicitly stated in the contract. This ensures that both parties are clear about the point to which the seller is responsible for the transportation costs. CPT versus other Incoterms. Now, let's compare CPT to other commonly used Incoterms. CPT versus CFR. Cost and freight. The primary difference between CPT and CFR is that CFR is exclusively used for sea and inland waterway transport, whereas CPT is applicable to any mode of transportation. Another key difference is that under CFR, the risk transfers from the seller to the buyer when the goods pass the ship's rail at the port of shipment, while under CPT, the risk transfers when the goods are handed over to the first carrier. CPT versus CIF. Cost, insurance, and freight. CIF is similar to CFR, but it also requires the seller to obtain and pay for cargo insurance. Like CFR, CIF is used exclusively for sea and inland waterway transport. CPT, on the other hand, does not require the seller to provide insurance and can be used for any mode of transportation. CPT versus DAP, delivered at place. The main difference between CPT and DAP is that under DAP, the seller is responsible for delivering the goods to the named place at the destination country, with the buyer assuming the risk only after the goods have arrived. In contrast, under CPT, the buyer assumes the risk once the goods have been handed over to the first carrier, and the seller is only responsible for arranging and paying for carriage to the destination. Pros and cons of CPT. Finally, let's go over the advantages and disadvantages of using the CPT Incoterm. 1. Flexibility. CPT is suitable for any mode of transportation, making it a versatile choice for international shipping. 2. Clear responsibilities. CPT clearly defines the responsibilities of both the buyer and seller, which can help avoid disputes and misunderstandings. 3. Seller control over transportation. The seller has control over the transportation arrangements and can choose the carrier, which can lead to cost savings and better control over the shipping process. Cons. 1. Risk transfer point. The buyer assumes the risk once the goods are handed over to the first carrier, which may not always be ideal, especially if the destination is far from the handover point. 2. No insurance requirement. CPT does not require the seller to provide insurance, which may leave the buyer exposed to potential financial losses if the goods are damaged or lost during transit. And there you have it. Now you know all about the CPT Incoterm and how it works in international shipping. Understanding the various Incoterms is essential for anyone involved in global trade, so be sure to check out our other videos to learn about different Incoterms and find the best one for your business needs. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos on international trade. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below, and we'll do our best to help you out. Thanks for watching Sino Shipping, and we'll see you in our next video.